Business.
Where are you, Carl Froch? You can see I'm fucking ready to go, mate. It took 20 fucking men to hold me. It took fucking 20 men to hold me back. Where are you, you fucking worm? I'll push them super like beats right your fucking ass. Get me fucking paid and I'll be here. Here, look here. I am. I don't give a fuck.
But let me sincerely apologise for my outburst of language. I wasn't alone doing it, but I want to come out and apologise because I feel, it's appropriate to make that apology to the people who came to the press conference.
It's a big lump, John Fury, and he's getting on a little bit, but there might be a few illegal moves from John Fury. But Froch is a hard bastard.
How do you think Carl dealt with Big John on Monday?
He didn't say anything, did he? Sort of let him get on with it, really. But what are you going to do? Shout out from a TV platform? Yeah, come on in. Yeah, that's not really Carl's style. Let's see if that actually gets in this kind of range. Because if it gets in this kind...
Nobody expected this twist. After all the trash talk, threats, and endless back and forth, John Fury suddenly found himself apologizing to Carl Froch. Even Eddie Hearn sounded stunned by the situation because only weeks earlier the feud appeared to be getting more aggressive by the day. The reaction surprised everyone and immediately raised questions about what really happened behind the scenes.
Listen, I'm that fond of him tonight. I got here half an hour early. Phoned him up, where are you? He went, I'm just taking my time in my rolls on the motorway. Hit a bit of traffic. So I waited outside, got the traffic cones, got him a parking space, and stood and waited in the drizzling cold till he pulled up. I moved the cones and he pulled.
Carl Froch clearly wasn't interested in giving John Fury an easy pass. Instead of accepting the apology and moving on, Froch immediately questioned the motive behind it. That's where the controversy exploded because Froch believes John Fury still wants the fight and may simply be trying to change public opinion before making another move.
This is a video to Eddie Hearn, Mr. Brains of Britain. Let me explain it to you, my friend, how you cost your man over 100 million. 15 million step-aside money, free money. Then Tyson would have gone and done what AG couldn't do. He's gone and beat Usyk and brought all the belts back to the UK. In the meantime, AJ could have had a couple of easy victories, another 30 mil. Then he could have challenged Tyson for the belt. Well, who knows what numbers that would have done. So yeah, you don't need to be the Brains of Britain to see how you cost him money and put him in a position where he was on a hide into nothing, Mr. Brains of Britain. You got him beat over there when he could have had 15 million free money, step-aside money. And Tyson would have gone and beat his man up for him. Then brought all the belts back in. He could have challenged him after some easy victories. Free money, I might as well say. So yeah, you're a clever man, Eddie, aren't you? Very clever. So when you're trying to look...
This is classic Carl Froch. No excuses, no games, no endless talking. Froch's message was simple. If John Fury is serious, sign the contract and make it happen. That's why so many boxing fans continue backing Froch in this feud. While John Fury's position seems to change every week, Froch has remained consistent. He isn't interested in social media drama or endless interviews. He wants action. The reaction was impossible to ignore because suddenly the pressure shifted back onto John Fury to prove he genuinely wants the fight.
He's talking nonsense and he'd like to play the Cobra down, but he can't because I've got the backing. I've got the credentials. You know what I'm saying? He can't rubbish the Cobra and say that I don't deserve to be where I'm at.
I wasn't alone doing it. He sneaked that little line in there, did he not? John Fury cannot even deliver a full apology without trying to shift some of the blame elsewhere. Carl Froch did not need to apologize for anything. He sat there composed while John Fury lost his mind completely. That apology came because the lawsuit arrived and not a second before.
I want to make a quick apology for my inappropriate language yesterday. It's unacceptable, I accept that. But emotions run high, we get involved, and it is the fight game, it was pandemonium. But let me sincerely apologise for my outburst of language. I wasn't alone doing it, but I want to come out and apologise because I feel, it's appropriate to make that apology to the people who came to...
What? Oh, yeah, no. You want to make that? Okay, so look. Don't make me release a picture and then you see what happens. Tony. I don't want to go to Nicky. I don't want to go to Fury's the best fights in the world.
Eddie Hearn keeping it cold and professional. They asked nicely. John Fury refused. So Carl Froch went legal, and suddenly John Fury found his manners very quickly. That is how you deal with someone who thinks threats and aggression carry no consequences. The Cobra does not shout back. He calls his lawyers.
I'm a real person, I'm not a fake person, nothing's scripted, it just happens when it happens. But again, I apologise for my inappropriate language, and if I've offended anybody, I'm deeply sorry.
He did physically hit him. Robert Smith confirming what everyone already saw with their own eyes. John Fury physically struck someone at a press conference and then tried to apologize his way out of a lawsuit. The board fined him, and the lawyers came knocking. Actions have consequences, and Carl Froch made absolutely sure of that.
Actually, so there will be an appeal taking place. So that fine could be reduced or it could be increased. It goes in front of a completely independent appeal stewards.
Ade Oladipo not quite sure what John Fury was going to do if he got to Carl Froch. Fortunately for John Fury, he did not get all the way there, because Carl Froch is not someone you want to reach in a state of blind aggression. The entertainment angle does not change the fact that legal consequences followed very quickly, and John Fury had nobody to blame but himself.
John Fury, being John Fury, went straight for him. I'm not quite sure what he was going to do if he got to him, but I guess that was the entertainment from the press conference.
Even Derek Chisora, someone who understands chaos better than most, is telling John Fury to stop headbutting young men and actually fight someone his own level. Joey Egan, not Carl Froch, not press conferences. John Fury needs redirecting badly, and even his own supporters are starting to say it out loud now.
And everybody knows Froch is a tough guy. And if Froch turns up, even though he's an old man now, he's nearly as old as me. No, he's not. He's quite younger than me, actually, Carl Froch. I'm 63. Anyway, but, listen, even Carl Froch, at the age that he is at, would still be enough for John Fury.
Carl Froch cutting through all the noise as always. John Fury is not just causing chaos for passion. There is a financial game being played here, and Froch is smart enough to see it. While Fury plays pantomime villain at press conferences, Carl Froch is focused and fed up with the pissing around.
This is who I am. I'm a real person. I'm not a fake person. Nothing's scripted. It just happens when it happens. But again, I apologise for my inappropriate language, and if I've offended anybody, I'm deeply...
Johnny Nelson landing the reality check John Fury needed to hear. You do not get to physically assault someone at a press conference and walk away without consequences. The board already fined him once. If John Fury pulls this stunt again in front of Carl Froch, the price gets even steeper. Expensive lesson from a foolish old man chasing headlines.
And if he does it again and he's over, he's going to get fined again. And I don't know if it's by the pound, by the ounce, what he's getting fined for, but it's an expensive...
Eddie Hearn keeping it completely real, and even he knows the score. You can threaten promoters all day long, but Carl Froch is a different animal entirely. Hearn himself said he is a wet lettuce compared to the Cobra. John Fury walked into a press conference and picked the one man in that room who genuinely does not back down. Trust Eddie on this one. Carl Froch will absolutely stick it on him without a second thought.
I don't like it. People think because you're a promoter you like all that stuff. Me, I didn't like what happened.
Johnny Nelson giving John Fury a small bit of credit for generating noise, but make no mistake, Carl Froch is about to rip him to shreds publicly for all of it. Getting people talking is one thing. Physically attacking a former world champion at a press conference and then posting a sorry video is another thing entirely. Froch will not let this go quietly.
I'm fine, because I'm quite sure Carl's going to rip the life out of John after today. I think John did a job. John did a job and got the excitement going, got people talking. That's exactly what he did.
Ade Oladipo raising the exact question everyone watching was thinking. What was John Fury actually planning to do if he reached Carl Froch? Because the Cobra was not running. Froch stood his ground completely. John Fury charges at a man like Carl Froch and expects what exactly? That is not entertainment. That is recklessness from a man who has mistaken a press conference for a playground.
Fury, being John Fury, went straight for him. I'm not quite sure what he was going to do if he got to him, but I guess that was the entertainment from the press conference.
Eddie Hearn's so rattled, he is already planning the security wall, and you can understand why completely. Because if John Fury tries that press conference stunt again, when Carl Froch is standing right there without a table between them, the result will be very different. Hearn knows it. The whole boxing world knows it. You simply cannot contain two men like this forever. Something is going to give, and when it does, John Fury will regret every single moment of this attention-seeking campaign he has been running.
You honestly think if these two come together like this, you know what's going to happen?
So what
I'm going to keep them apart by a wall of security.
Adam Smith being diplomatic, but let us be honest here. This stopped being fun and games the moment John Fury physically went at Carl Froch in front of cameras and journalists. Carl Froch is not on social media playing characters for views. He is a genuine hard man who says what he means every single time. John Fury crossed a real line, and Carl Froch made it very clear this drama has an expiry date, and that date is coming fast.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good fun doing that, but I'm sure it's all fun and games. They like to say what they believe. They like to say something that's controversial, and they're two big characters, and we love having them around the sports.
Shane Fury trying to defend his father, but even he cannot fully commit to it. 90% of the time he is half right is not exactly a ringing endorsement, is it? The real issue here is simple. Carl Froch did not just talk online about John Fury for nothing. He spoke facts and backed them publicly. John Fury responded by charging across a press conference stage like a man who cannot handle being called out. That is the real story, Shane, and everyone watching can see it clearly.
It seems to be like you can talk about someone online and do videos, but not expect someone to say anything when you see someone. So I don't know. Listen, my dad's got his ways and his points, and 90% of the time he's half right, but listen.
Dave Allen being loyal to his mate, but even through all that loyalty, he could not hide his honest reaction. Bloody hell, he said, because even people who love John Fury could not watch that press conference footage and feel comfortable about it. Friendship is one thing, but what John Fury did to Carl Froch at that event was beyond the pale, and deep down everyone, including Dave Allen, knows it was completely wrong and unnecessary.
I'm not saying that I condone that behaviour, because I don't. You can't, it's impossible to. But John is my mate, I've got respect for him, I respect the family, we're cool. So you're never going to hear me say a bad word about it, but at the same time, obviously, no. It's probably not the Steve Bunce thing. I thought, bloody hell. Didn't like it, really.
Spencer Oliver raising a point that nearly got buried in all the chaos. John Fury did not just go at Carl Froch at that press conference. He also steamed into Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis, one of the greatest heavyweights in the history of the sport, was standing in that room, and John Fury went at him too. Carl Froch, at 48 years old, is still sharp, still dangerous, and still respected universally. John Fury charged at two legends in one evening, and then apologized on camera the next morning. Spencer is right to call the Cobra, but honestly the bigger question is what on earth was John Fury thinking going near Lennox Lewis as well?
Oh, John Fury, Carl Froch, who wins that one?
Difficult one to call, don't
Really?
it? You got to go with the
Really?
Cobra. You got to go with the Cobra, mate.
Really?
The Cobra's dangerous. He's still in shape. 48 years of age.
John standing over there behind you.
You got to go with John Fury. Yeah, no, it kicked off a little bit. But it wasn't only Carl Froch that he went into either, did he? He actually went into Lennox Lewis as well. He started steaming into Lennox Lewis a little bit, and I go, whoa, who wins that one?
Adam Smith piecing together exactly how this whole beef started, and it is important context. Carl Froch spent time on his channel speaking his mind about the Fury family, and John Fury could not handle the truth being said publicly. So instead of responding with words like a grown man, John Fury showed up at a press conference and used his body. That tells you everything about the difference between these two men. Carl Froch debates with facts and credibility. John Fury responds with theatrics and physical aggression, and then films a sorry video for YouTube.
Carl having a go at the Furies, probably over his time on his channel, maybe, I'm guessing, and John didn't like that and wants to have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't think he was necessarily turning down a fight.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good fun.
Gareth A. Davies getting to the real root of this whole situation, and it is revealing. John Fury does not want to be called out. He cannot handle being publicly challenged. But here is the inconvenient truth for John Fury. Carl Froch has been calling people out his entire career and then backing it up with his fists at world level. John Fury saying he will take any man on means nothing when Carl Froch is standing right there saying the same thing with 4 world title reigns behind him to prove it.
What John does, he's very, very, very passionate around his sons when they're fighting, and it gets something out of him. I spoke to him, right, literally face to face, and I said, well, you know, what is upset? He said, I don't want people calling me out because I'll take any man on.
Yeah.
You know the comments.
Yeah.
My guy. Yeah.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Carl Froch offered to fight John Fury for charity. Charity, meaning Froch was willing to step in the ring and donate the earnings to a worthy cause. John Fury, who talks about fighting any man at any time, suddenly needed the money to be right before he would agree. Carl Froch called his bluff completely, and John Fury blinked. That is the real reason John Fury cannot stand Carl Froch. Because the Cobra exposed him without even throwing a punch, and the whole boxing public saw it happen in real time.
John Fury was doing that and goading Carl Froch. And I know John Fury doesn't like Carl Froch. Carl Froch mentions him, although I haven't really watched much of Carl Froch's videos lately. But Carl Froch, I know, has mentioned John Fury in the past. He's had a go with John Fury. They actually talked about having an actual, was it an exhibition or a boxing type match? And John Fury, any man, any time, was saying words to the effect of, oh, I'll fight you, Carl Froch, but the money has to be right. And Carl Froch basically said, all right, well, if we arrange payment, it can go to...
Let us talk about what is truly at stake here, because this is bigger than a brawl at a press conference now. Carl Froch and John Fury represent 2 completely different things in British boxing. Froch represents earned respect. He fought the best in the world at super middleweight. He walked through pain. He got knocked down and got back up. Everything he has, he earned inside the ropes. John Fury represents noise, chaos, the sideshow that surrounds a genuinely great fighter in Tyson Fury. And for years, John Fury has used that proximity to stay relevant. But now Carl Froch is shining a light directly on that, and John Fury absolutely cannot handle it. So drop your thoughts below right now. Are you on the Cobra's side, or do you genuinely think John Fury's chaos has a purpose? And if you want to see what happens next between these 2, hit subscribe, because this drama is absolutely nowhere near finished yet.